Are your legs not as strong as they used to be? Meet Barbara, 84, from Minneapolis. Last winter, a simple fall on her icy driveway led to a fractured hip. The surprising culprit? Her vitamin D level was dangerously low at just 18 nanograms per milliliter. After 6 months of doctor-prescribed supplements, she now walks confidently around her neighborhood again. Did you know that over 60% of people over 60 are deficient in vitamin D? This often overlooked nutrient is critical for leg strength and balance. Today, I'll share the latest research on how vitamin D can help you maintain independence, even into your 90s. What many doctors don't mention is that vitamin D works directly on your muscle cells, not just your bones. If you want to keep your mobility and independence, stay with me for the next few minutes. And if you've experienced leg weakness, hit that like button and share your story in the comments. Now, let's understand why leg strength is so crucial as we age. Section 1. The importance of leg strength in aging. Maintaining strong legs is perhaps the most critical factor in preserving independence as we age. When our leg muscles weaken, everyday activities become challenging obstacles that can limit our world. According to the Centers for Disease Control, 1 in 4 Americans aged 65 and older falls each year, resulting in about 3 million emergency room visits. These falls cost our healthcare system approximately $50 billion annually, but the personal cost is even greater. A single fall can begin a cascade of declining health and loss of independence that many never fully recover from. Dr. Mark Peterson, a geriatric specialist at the University of Michigan, explains, "Leg strength is one of the strongest predictors of longevity and independence. In my 25 years of practice, I've seen that patients who maintain leg strength stay independent far longer and enjoy a better quality of life. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass through a process called sarcopenia. After age 60, this loss accelerates to about 3% yearly. Think about what this means for daily life: standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, getting in and out of the car, or simply walking to the mailbox. All these activities require leg strength that many of us take for granted until it begins to fade." Margaret, a 78-year-old from Ohio, shared a turning point in her life. "I didn't realize how much I was limiting my life until I couldn't get up from the restaurant booth during dinner with my grandchildren. That was my wake-up call. I was missing out on so much because my legs weren't strong enough." The good news? This decline isn't inevitable. While exercise is certainly important, there's one nutritional factor many people overlook that plays a crucial role in maintaining muscle function. Let's explore how vitamin D specifically supports your leg muscles and helps keep you on your feet. Section 2. The special role of vitamin D in muscle function. Vitamin D does far more for your muscles than most people realize. While commonly known for bone health, vitamin D actually functions as a hormone that affects nearly every cell in your body, including your muscle cells. Vitamin D works directly with your muscle cells to keep them strong and functioning properly. When you don't have enough, your leg muscles, which support your entire body weight, are often the first to weaken. This is why many seniors notice difficulty standing up or climbing stairs before they realize they have a vitamin D deficiency. Research published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that vitamin D supplementation was associated with a 23% reduction in fall risk compared to non-users. Another study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed that seniors with healthy vitamin D levels could walk faster and had better balance than those with low levels. Dr. Elizabeth Johnson, a geriatrician with 30 years of experience in Boston, shares a patient story. "I remember Tom, an 82-year-old gentleman who came to me using a walker. His vitamin D level was severely low at 12 nanograms per milliliter. After 3 months of vitamin D supplementation and light exercise, he progressed to using just a cane. It's not a miracle cure, but the difference can be significant and life-changing. Here's a surprising fact many don't realize. Vitamin D isn't just a vitamin. It's actually a hormone that your body produces when your skin is exposed to sunlight. It then travels through your bloodstream to help your muscles contract efficiently and maintain their strength. With so many of us at risk, it's important to understand just how common vitamin D deficiency is among older Americans. Let's look at the surprising statistics that might change how you think about this essential nutrient. Section 3. Vitamin D deficiency in older Americans. Vitamin D deficiency has reached epidemic proportions among older Americans, with consequences that directly impact mobility and independence. The statistics paint a concerning picture that might include you or someone you love. According to data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, approximately 42% of all U.S. adults are vitamin D deficient. But this number jumps dramatically to over 60% for those above age 65. In northern states like Minnesota, Michigan, and New York, winter deficiency rates can exceed 80% among seniors. Why are older adults particularly vulnerable? Several factors work against us as we age. First, aging skin produces up to 75% less vitamin D from sunlight compared to younger skin. At age 70, your skin's ability to generate vitamin D is only about 1/4 of what it was at age 20. Second, many seniors spend less time outdoors, especially in northern climates during winter months. As Dr. Michael Holick from Boston University explains, from November through March, if you live north of Atlanta, the sun's rays aren't strong enough for your skin to make vitamin D, even on sunny days. Third, certain medications common among seniors can interfere with vitamin D metabolism. These include some blood pressure medications, cholesterol-lowering drugs, and certain anti-seizure medications. If you take these medications, you may need more vitamin D than the average person. The good news is that Medicare Part B typically covers vitamin D testing when ordered by your doctor for a medically necessary reason. The test usually costs between $50 to $100, but most seniors with Medicare pay little to nothing out of pocket. Robert, a 76-year-old retired teacher from Maine, shares, "I was shocked when my doctor told me my vitamin D level was only 15 nanograms per milliliter. I've always been active and eat well, but living in New England and being indoors most of winter took its toll. I had no idea how much it was affecting my strength until I started supplements." Pause this video now and check your medicine cabinet. Do you have any of the medications I just mentioned that might affect vitamin D absorption? This simple awareness could be your first step towards stronger legs. Now, here's something that might surprise you about how your body signals vitamin D deficiency. Section 4. Recognizing signs of vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D deficiency often develops slowly with subtle symptoms that many mistake for normal aging. Recognizing these signs early can help you address the issue before it significantly impacts your mobility and independence. The most telling signs of vitamin D deficiency affecting leg strength include difficulty standing up from a seated position, feeling unsteady when walking, and noticing your legs tire quickly during routine activities. These symptoms occur because vitamin D affects muscle performance, particularly in the large muscles of your legs that you use constantly. Beyond leg weakness, you might experience bone pain, especially in your lower back, hips, and legs. This happens because vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption and bone maintenance. Without it, your bones can become more sensitive and painful, making movement uncomfortable. Frequent muscle cramps, particularly at night, can also signal low vitamin D. These painful spasms can disrupt sleep and make movement uncomfortable the next day. Additionally, you might notice slower wound healing, as vitamin D plays a role in the body's repair processes. Martha, a 72-year-old retired nurse from Florida, shares her experience. I was experiencing leg weakness for years despite living in the Sunshine State. I chalked it up to aging until my doctor tested my vitamin D. It was only 22 nanograms per milliliter, far below the recommended level. After 3 months of supplements, I could feel a real difference in my leg strength. I can now stand up from low chairs without using my arms for support, something I couldn't do before. It's important to note that these symptoms can also indicate other conditions. This is why proper testing is essential rather than self-diagnosing. The good news is that a simple blood test can measure your vitamin D levels. Ask your doctor for a vitamin D test at your next visit. For most adults, a level of 30 or above is considered healthy, while anything below 20 signals a deficiency that needs attention. Now that you know how to recognize vitamin D deficiency, let's explore practical ways to increase your levels naturally through sunlight and diet. Section 5. Natural ways to increase vitamin D. Your body creates vitamin D when sunlight hits your skin, but the effectiveness varies dramatically depending on where you live in the United States. If you live in southern states like Florida or Texas, just 10 to 15 minutes of midday sun exposure on your arms and legs 2 to 3 times weekly can help maintain healthy vitamin D levels year-round. For those in middle states like Missouri or Virginia, aim for 15 to 20 minutes during summer months, but you'll likely need dietary sources or supplements during winter. Northern state residents face the biggest challenge. If you live in places like Minnesota or Maine, your skin makes little to no vitamin D from November through March. During summer, aim for 20 to 30 minutes of midday sun exposure several times weekly. Remember to balance sun exposure with skin cancer risk. Short, frequent exposures are better than long sessions, and sitting by a window doesn't help. Glass blocks the UVB rays needed for vitamin D production. While sunlight is important, certain foods can significantly boost your vitamin D levels. Wild-caught salmon is the superstar, providing about 570 international units per 3-ounce serving, over half the daily requirement for someone over 70. Just 2 salmon meals weekly can significantly impact your levels. Egg yolks provide about 40 IU per yolk, making your morning eggs a modest but helpful source. Fortified milk provides about 120 international units per cup, while fortified orange juice offers around 100 international units per cup. Next time you're at the grocery store, pick up some salmon or fortified milk to start boosting your vitamin D naturally. Adding just one vitamin D-rich food to your weekly shopping list can be your first step toward stronger legs. Even with regular sun exposure and vitamin D-rich foods, many seniors find that supplements are still necessary to reach optimal levels. Let's explore how to supplement safely and effectively. Section 6. Safe vitamin D supplementation. When choosing a supplement, look for vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, rather than vitamin D2. Vitamin D3 is the same form your skin produces from sunlight, and research shows it's more effective at raising blood levels. For adults over 70, most experts recommend 800 to 2,000 IU daily for maintenance. However, if you're severely deficient, your doctor might prescribe a higher therapeutic dose temporarily. Always consult your healthcare provider before starting supplements, especially if you take medications or have kidney issues. This is particularly important because vitamin D can interact with certain medications like statins, steroids, and weight loss drugs. To maximize absorption, take your vitamin D supplement with a meal containing some healthy fats. A breakfast with eggs or avocado toast is perfect. Morning or early afternoon is ideal, as taking it late in the day might interfere with sleep for some people. Helen, 76, from Chicago, shares her experience. My doctor found my vitamin D level was only 18 nanograms per milliliter, despite taking 1,000 international units daily. She suggested taking it with my breakfast that includes avocado toast. 6 months later, my level was up to 42 nanograms per milliliter, and I noticed my legs felt stronger when climbing stairs. I can now visit my grandchildren's second-floor apartment without dreading the stairs. Medicare? Part D and many Medicare Advantage plans cover vitamin D supplements when prescribed by your doctor for a deficiency. Check with your specific plan for coverage details. Now that you know how to safely increase your vitamin D levels, let's discuss what improvements you can expect and when. Section 7. Timeline and realistic expectations. When correcting vitamin D deficiency, patience is key. Understanding the typical timeline helps set realistic expectations and encourages consistency. Can you imagine what your life would be like if you could climb stairs easily again, or stand up without using your arms for support? These improvements are possible, but they don't happen overnight. In the first 2 to 4 weeks after beginning supplementation, many people notice subtle improvements in energy levels and reduced muscle cramping, particularly at night. After 1 to 2 months, more noticeable improvements in muscle function often emerge. Many seniors report greater ease standing up from chairs and improved stability when walking. The most significant benefits typically appear after 3 to 6 months. Research published in the Archives of Internal Medicine found that seniors who maintained adequate vitamin D levels for at least 3 months experienced approximately 30% reduction in fall risk, measurable improvements in leg muscle strength, and better balance. Studies show seniors with healthy vitamin D levels have up to 22% fewer fractures than those with deficiencies. John, a 94-year-old retired engineer from Seattle, exemplifies the long-term benefits. I've been monitoring my vitamin D levels for over 15 years now. I take 2,000 IU daily with breakfast, get outside for 20 minutes whenever there's sun, and eat salmon weekly. My doctor says my muscle strength is more like someone in their 70s. I still live independently, drive locally, and walk half a mile daily. I've had friends who've declined much faster, and I believe vitamin D has been a key difference. Regular blood tests are important to ensure you're maintaining optimal levels. Most doctors recommend checking every 6 to 12 months, particularly after starting supplementation. Maintaining proper vitamin D levels over time is one of the most effective strategies for preserving leg strength and independence as you age. When combined with even light exercise like daily walking, the benefits for your leg strength can be remarkable. We've explored how vitamin D serves as a critical factor in maintaining leg strength as we age. From understanding its role in muscle function to recognizing deficiency signs and learning practical ways to optimize your levels, you now have a roadmap for stronger legs. Don't wait for a fall to take action. Every day without adequate vitamin D is another day your legs are getting weaker. This week, schedule that vitamin D test with your doctor and add 1 vitamin D-rich food to your grocery list. If you found this information valuable, please share it with friends and family over 60. What's your experience with vitamin D? Let us know in the comments below.